Hello. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you guys are on this journey. We're back for another live to do some tarot pulls for you guys. How are you guys doing this on this day? All right. Hello, Mary. All right, let's get started, lovely souls. So, how's everybody doing? I'm excited to be back for a tarot reading. It's been some beautiful sunny days over here. It's been a little cold, of course, but it's been so stunning outside. So, it's nice to see some of the sun shining in. But yes, we're going to dive in here. So, it looks like there's some questions coming in, and we'll see what messages want to come out. We have Mary. You were tuning in and asking about Trump's speech at Davos here. You wanted to see, okay, let's see here. You said Trump at Davos during his speech said everyone was perfectly executed. Was he talking in code about the military tribunals? All right, we can start there. I pulled a general oracle for you guys today, and we have the shark. So we'll see how that comes out throughout certain readings, but that feels like that raw, like untapped power and potential. And it does, to me, talk about really moving forward with also like moving forward decisions, right? So kind of interesting. So let's see what we have here, Spirit. Let's tune into Mary's question. You said here, was Trump talking in code? A little bit tired, you guys. Oh my goodness, I can't sleep in anymore. Just automatically wake up. Are you guys early birds? Where are you guys from right now? Is it morning where you guys are? All right, Spirit, what do we have for Mary today when it comes to was Trump talking in code? What can you share about the military tribunals? What's the overall energy? Holy crow. Ooh, you guys, look at this. I actually wasn't expecting this to actually come out here, but we do have quite a bit of energy. Like this is something in the past that was being rounded up. Like there's been a long haul, a slow long haul from the past. But was he talking in code? We have the moon, which is a big like underneath the surface, kind of trying to like execute, oh my goodness, execute certain language narratives, right? So we do have a lot of really good energy to support. Actually, a lot of these individuals have been rounded up as well. We do have that takedown. We do have a celebration here. And my outcome is also, look at this, you guys, the world, the temperance, and the ace of wands, which is the massive yes energy. So I'm kind of surprised to see what came out. I was intuitively going to say, sometimes there's just, a language narrative that is kind of struck out there, but it does look like that could very much be, even if he didn't pinpoint or actually represent that's what he was trying to say, it feels like underneath the surface, that was something that has happened. Okay. So I have a pretty big yes to that, Mary. Thank you for your question. Let's see. Hello, everyone. Thank you for coming to tune in today. Do some tarot pulls with you guys. We have Didar, Samar. Oh, Matei, you were able to make it. Well, I love you guys. I appreciate you guys coming and spending a bit of time with me over here. So let's dive in. We're going to do some tarot pulls today, kind of an open floor, whatever you guys wanted to chat about. All right, let's see here. Samar, I think you wanted to look into your financial energy for 2026. So let's see, Spirit, when it comes to Samar, What can you share? You said, I'm just curious how the financial situation looks for 2026. So, what can you share, Spirit, the overall energy for Samar 2026? What's the momentum of your financial situation? Hello, Hawk Owl Spirit and Jessie and Spooky and Laura. We have a whole bunch of lovely souls here today. All right, my friend. So for Samar, when we're looking into your financial momentum moving forward, there's a big yes. There is a light at that end of the tunnel because it looks like 2025 was a little bit challenging, but we have a lot of that being stuck in our head, playing on loop about certain situations. Maybe this is bills and finances that have kind of taken over within the mind. But remember, okay, I think this shark is also coming out as a message for you because what I really want to ask you is do you have goals? What are your goals for 2026, you guys? It is so very crucial and important to have an idea, have a clear intention on goals moving forward. You have the star right in the center. 2026 is going to be absolutely a much better year for you financially, compared to potentially 2025, but there is a message to move strategically. Now, I'm not sure what you're doing for your job or your career here, but you have a lot, the star, you guys, is fabulous for AI technology being seen. So if you are doing even any kind of online work, this is going to be a big year for collaborations and connections. I have celebrations, Samar, with also things coming together. So it's not necessarily what I can say is 2026 isn't necessarily a massive wealth abundance windfall for you, but it is moving forward where you are really creating you're moving forward with consciously creating a new foundation for finances to flow much easier. So it feels like it's going to be, yes, a much better year for you. One thing I will say is I'm not sure if you are planning on any investments, again, not financial advice or anything like that, but I do want to just bring this up. It doesn't come out in my outcome, but it's just coming out with that Seven of Swords. Be strategic. If there are any shady things or let's say deals that sound too good to be true, do check in with yourself, do extra research, because sometimes the Seven of Swords is somebody trying to, pull that wool over your eyes. Is that the term? Pull the wool over your eyes. I think that's the term. I might have got it wrong, but overall, my friend, yes, it has a really positive momentum moving forward. It's a slow but very solid year of your growth with finances. But make sure you guys have that goal. Move forward and take action on that goal, okay, is very crucial, very important. Without a goal, it's just your dreams, your desires hanging out. You have to move forward and take, even if there's small actions and small steps, okay? So I hope that helped you, my friend. Let's see here. Oh, hello, Carolyn. How are you doing, lovely lady? Let's see here. We have, okay. So you said, can we look into Ron, Phil's friend? He seems to be very shady, perverted, and I've heard stuff that he said to Phil, not to you, but it doesn't seem right. All right. Let's see. What can you share, Spirit, for Carolyn when it comes to this individual Ron? What is this overall energy? What can you share? So he's also been mad at you for the last 2 years. You said something to Phil, or you thought it was directed at you, but wasn't. All right, so there's a little bit of, it feels like, some drama going on with Ron. So what can you share, Spirit? What is the overall intentions? I just want to look at Ron's energy. Does he have any shady stuff coming out that you don't really need to be, a part of to start with? Honestly, I don't get anything in terms of what do I want to say? I get a bit of like him getting stuck in his ego, in his mind, if that makes sense. Okay. It's just like a lot of like heavy burdens that he's also projecting on others, but I don't have a lot of cards with a what do I want to say? Like an intentional, like trying to um, get in there and stir things up. I don't know if he has a very good perspective on women, if that makes sense, or a good, I don't know if perspective would be the right term, but I don't know if he sees women in a very nice light. And it feels like he has a very big ego that kind of gets the best of him as well. So, in terms of this, I mean, let me I just want to reread your message. It seems shady, perverted. You heard some stuff he said to Phil. Yeah, I mean, there could be something here in terms of like, especially the comments he makes, because I just get a really big like ego and the way he sees it his way and through his lens only, if that makes sense. He's not concerned about what you think or your true perspective in certain situations or conversations. We have that hangman, so I just think that his viewpoint on women is a little tainted. And I mean, my friend, please do not, you cannot change or you cannot um, really sometimes understand how other people are always going to be viewing or seeing or projecting. That is through their lens. So really what you can do is tune inwards and decide, well, you can do and say whatever you want, but I'm going to not allow that to define who I am, right? You have the choice whether you're going to, how you're going to perceive that message, right? So my friend, I love you lots. Okay, Carolyn, but try not to get too tangled up with other people's drama, if that makes sense. Okay, because a lot of the times, almost all the time, it is them projecting their traumas on others as well. But I don't think he has he has a fairly tainted image of women, which again leads to going back to our connection with our mother, that first connection in the womb. There's a lot of traumas and certain scenarios that build upon a mask, and we identify with that mask if we don't do that inner work as we move forward. So hello, Poppy Cave, Infinite Love. All right, let's scroll up, you guys, and see what else is going on here. Deeder saying, do I see you traveling away from your home country this year? All right, let's see what we have for Deeder saying. I'm going to try a different deck, you guys. This one. I have so many tarot cards, but I feel like after a while, I don't know, some of them just don't shuffle as nice. All right, this one's going okay. So let's see what we have for Dieter saying. What's the probability of you traveling away from your home country this year? Away from your home country this year. All right, my friend, it's a little on the fence. I do think you are planting those seeds, right? We do have we have 3 twos, okay? We have 3 twos. And when we look at this, my outcome is the 2 of Pentacles. And this is things kind of balancing out. Honestly, I'm leaning more towards a no right now. I do think 2026 is going to be a pretty chaotic year, and we have quite a bit of a tower moment coming out of your energy here. And this may not exactly be all in relations to just your personal life. This could be globally as well, because I have a lot of like external, like the star, I have the judgment, right? So for 2026, it feels I'm not going to say it's completely impossible, but as of now, it's more of those seeds are just being planted. And it feels like there's too much instability that's currently coming out. So Oh my goodness. You know what I realized? You have okay, we have the 2 of cups in your energy, the 2 of wands in the present, the outcome as the 2 of pentacles, and my back of the deck is also the 2 of swords. I don't know if you're looking to travel just for pleasure, like just going on a vacation, or if you're looking to like actually locate and move outside of your home country. But I feel like there's a lot of things happening underneath the surface. So I would hang in there and don't make any big rush decisions about this, because it feels like there's a little bit of an instability with you moving this year or traveling this year. Okay. Or if you do, I will say just be prepared for some hiccups. Okay. Be prepared from some disturbances along your journey, I will say. Yes. See, look at this. There's the world and the tower. So yes, part of this would be in affecting your journey, but I think globally, you guys, it's not the best year to do tons and tons of travel. Again, just take that with a grain of salt. I'm not saying to live in fear and stay at home, but it feels like there's going to be a lot of disturbances this year for travel. Okay. So I will leave you with that, my friend. All right. Oh, Hawk Owl Spirit. You warm my heart. Thank you so much. I love you guys. It's always fun coming and just hanging out and doing some polls. So let's see here. Mm. Oh, did you see that? Did you see that orb? It's almost like there's so much activity happening, you guys. And yes, sometimes maybe it's nothing, maybe it's dust, but there has been some interesting energies that have shown up in the camera these last few months. Okay, so I think Laura, you had a question about okay, let's see here. Can I look to see if Dallas Brody is he going to succeed in the in an election? Okay, let's see. I'm not familiar with this person, but let's just see what the tarot has to say. Leader of BC1. Is he going to Dallas Brody? What's the momentum of Dallas Brody spirit succeeding in an election? What can you share for Laura? Yes, good morning to you guys, or afternoon, or evening. Maybe you guys are getting ready for bed. What can you share, Spirit, for Dallas Brody? What's the momentum? Is there success coming out? What do we have? Ooh. Is he honestly okay? I do have a really good energy. I don't know if there's a group of people that really do support or back him here, but it feels very on the fence. I'm wondering if he's going up against a woman, because I do have the outcome as a female, and unless Dallas is Brody, to me, Dallas Brody feels like a masculine name, but maybe it's a female. What I get is the outcome is a female. We do have a celebration and a victory with that, also 2 queens here as well. So it kind of is on the fence. I know this is probably not the answer that you want to hear, but it's honestly like it feels 50-50, very on the fence between potentially him and a female, but I do have a female in the outcome. So there could be a female that comes up here, okay? But overall, it's actually pretty positive energy. So it feels like to be more supportive than not, all right? So I hope that helped to give a bit of a perspective, but overall it does look like it has a good energy. But there are two ladies, 2 queens coming up in that outcome. So it could represent a queen or a female, sorry, that is potentially going to win or be going neck and neck with Brody. Okay. Hi, sweet little soul. Well, we're just doing some live tarot readings. So I'm usually here for about an hour. Now, you're more than welcome to ask a question, and I do my best to get around to them all. Donations do get the top of the line. So if the donations do come in, I go to those ones first. But yeah, feel free to ask your questions, and I'm more than happy to pull some cards for you guys. Okay, so Colette said, "We finally have 3 candidates running against our corrupted Governor Lamont. Your favorite's Matt Cole, as he's standing up for farmers. What will that outcome be?" All right, I know I'm jumping ahead a little bit here, but let's just do Colette's because I just read it and I'm looking at it. So when it comes to well, we have 3 candidates running. Okay, let's look at Matt Cole for you. What is the probability of Matt Cole moving forward with the election for Colette's question? What's the probability of Matt Cole with the outcome? Hmm. It has some potential, but there's still quite a bit of corruption and instabilities going on there. I do think that this could actually be a momentum of finally moving forward. I feel like there could okay, this is interesting because right now in the present moment, you guys, there is the devil and there is the moon. There is instabilities coming up here. But the outcome looking at Matt Cole, we do have the Knight of Pentacles. And I love this because you said he's standing up for farmers. And we do have the Six of Cups with also the Six of Wands, double sixes, and this is moving into calmer waters. And honestly, this card, just look at the flowers, look at the like farm energy underneath it, really does relate. So I think he would be a positive candidate for doing some good. But it's a little uncertain right now because there's that battle there's that battle with that devil. And again, there's that winning at all costs. So it feels like someone who he's potentially up against is willing to do what he can or she can in order to really like get that win. So it has a possibility, and I do think he would be a positive momentum moving forward. But also what I want to say, you guys, is when it comes to these elections and these figures, I'm not saying that they're all bad, but I'm just saying you guys don't also give that power away to them, right? I do think we'll see some people up and rising that have a genuine interest at like doing well and really helping the people, right? Come together with communities, farming, agriculture, and some beautiful energy. But there's still that pulling out the weeds. So overall, I think he is a good fit, but it looks like there's still some tampering underneath the surface. So can I just get one more card? Momentum. Will Matt Cole, is there a high probability of him winning, Spirit? High probability of him winning. Six of Pentacles. So we have that other six as well. Okay, so 6 and the Temperance. So let's put our intentions that things will absolutely come out for the best. And again, also not giving your power away. Okay, so I hope that helped to give a little bit of a perspective for you guys. But let's see here. Okay, so Hawk Owl. Oh, you guys, you're so sweet. So let's see here. Abundance to everyone. I love that. Did you have, let's see here, you missed a couple letters in your chat earlier. Did you have, if you had a question, Hawk Owl, let me know. I'm gonna scroll up and see if I can find anything. Sometimes things get a little bit lost in the feed here. Ah, you're from New Brunswick. We have another Canadian. Well, thank you, my lovely New Brunswick friend over there. So if you do have a question, Hawk Owl, then please let me know and I'll do a poll for you, okay? Oh, we have some lovely souls coming in. NLNL, Nastasia, I think that is, hopefully I'm saying it right. Hello, lovely lady. All right, so we're getting into the elections talk again here. So aside from the potential early federal election in Canada, what do the cards have to say about the kind of government we'll have in the future? I like that. Okay, let's look at that. What is the momentum of the government in the future? What is what can you share, Spirit, with the momentum? Where are we truly headed? What can you share? Is this for Canada? In Canada, what is the momentum for the collective? Look at this. So we have the judgment over Canada right now, and this is a big, I feel like, wake up call as well, especially with tamperings with elections. Wow, you guys, this is not one like awful card here. We do have that back energy, which is Five of Swords. This is the winning at all costs, right? These are all the corrupt individuals, and we have a massive wake up call. So it has been, you know what's so crazy? You guys remember that song from like Lamb Chop's Play Long? It's the song that never ends. That song keeps coming up in my head when it comes to this whole theater in this movie. It's like, oh, is this ever going to end, right? So moving forward, there's a massive wake up that's happening. This is looking a little bit more specifically at Canada for you guys, but again, globally, massive changes, right? So the massive wake up call, and we have the Ace of Cups, and we have moving away from some heated waters, right? So when I see this, I think that there's going to be a huge, especially for Canada, I get a lot with like farming and agriculture. Like, look at that Seven of Pentacles, and we are really taking power back. We are consciously creating because we're not giving away our inner like sovereignty, our power anymore, right? There's been so much of this stuff for so many centuries, and I think that there's going to be big wake up calls, which is going to be uncomfortable in 2026, but it's finally like coming out. Like, this looks really like a positive move moving forward with the governments, or maybe the lack of in 20, I was going to say 2026, but I think it's going to be taking a little bit longer than just having everything like come to the surface. But over the next, even I know this sounds long, but even over the next like 7 years, looking at the massive changes for humanity are going to be really key. It's really tuning into some beautiful energies. So, I mean, I really encourage everyone to even like look into more like decentralized systems, like getting together with communities. Maybe this is learning to understand and educate ourselves with like certain food, like growing herbs, growing certain foods. And, it's kind of interesting because there's such an overindulgence of like just crap, like whether it's literally food, chemicals, right? When you eat that, your body is craving more and more of it. And I've been doing horrible lately when it comes to my eating. And the last couple days I woke up and was like, you know what? I need to make a conscious decision with the magician, and this is what the Canadian people are doing. Glamour slide. I may not make it another 7 years. Well, the thing is, it's going to there's going to be momentum before that, my friend. But in general, it's like when you think of these systems that have been ingrained for so long, right? For centuries, it's not unfortunately an overnight process. And I do think, as we move forward, when I was looking into this a while ago, like 2030s, like these moving into the 2030s are going to be incredible for massive changes. And that three energy, 3 plus 5, 5 is also the change. It's going to be like coming together with collectives, if that makes sense. Okay. And that telepathic, you guys, we are going to be telepathically communicating is something that keeps coming out as well. So anyway, it's about getting these corrupt systems to fall and fracture, and, letting humanity kind of see what's really been happening underneath the surface. So with that being said, it looks like we are headed into a beautiful direction, but again, tune into your own inner world, because you guys are creating that reality, right? It's not about, okay, this outside world is just happening. We are literally creating that reality from within. So let's see here. So I love you guys. 65 is the new 29, Glamorous Lion. You have many years to go, my friend. We're going to see a lot more technology too when it comes to looking at healing, looking at accelerating and lengthening the lifespan of humans as well. But again, that is like that kind of that fine line, you guys. We can do this within mother nature's resources now. We don't have to wait for this kind of technology. It's about kind of getting more integrated with earth, right? The natural rhythms of earth. Okay, so let's see here. Yeah, again, so Hawk Owl, I don't know if you were just sending some love. If you were, thank you. I appreciate your donation. If you do have a question, if I missed it for whatever reason, send me a message and I'm more than happy to do a poll for you. Okay, let's see. We have harmonizing 111. Okay, let's see here. Your dad wants to send you money. Is he being serious? And am I safe giving him my info? All right. What can you share about the energy of harmonizing 111? Is there money coming your way from your dad? What's the momentum? Is it in your best and highest good to accept that money if there's money coming? What can you share, Spirit, for harmonizing 111? Um, honestly, he may be somewhat serious about it. It's like it's just really on the fence. I would be cautious about it because there is some underhanded, or it's like what I can say, I feel like there's some underlining agendas. So I'm not sure if there must be some inner nudge with inside yourself, which is asking this question. And if you do, what about having, even depending on if it's worth it for you, but maybe having like a PO box or something that he can send that to, because I do think that there is a message to be protective, or guard your energy as well when it comes to just giving this out freely, because I think there is some underhanded energies or some ulterior motives with this. It's saying, girl, be strategic. There could be money coming, but I'm honestly not even 100% sure. This is like a 50-50, and he may have an ulterior plan here, okay? So I don't know. Let me know if that resonates. I do think there is a small attempt here to try to potentially maybe make things right again, because we do have planning and the outcome is the Two of Cups here as well. But I think this is more related to like, okay, yes, he may potentially be wanting to send some money. However, with giving him your address, with you actually asking that, am I safe giving him my info? I would be a little on the fence, or just be a little cautious with it, okay? And if that means, setting up just a PO box, if it's worth it, if it's only, a little bit of money. I know sometimes the PO boxes can be a little pricey, but I would be a little strategic about how you approach that, okay? That's just what I get here. Yeah, I would evaluate that, my friend. It does have a few red flags. It has a few red flags, okay? All right, so it totally resonates. Okay, awesome. I'm glad. Hopefully that helps. But again, let me ask then, if you were to get a PO box or look at going to like a plan B, is there money coming your way from him? I still get some red flags, girl, or my friend here. I do. So I would just be a little cautious. I'm not going to say no, there's absolutely no money coming, or he's not at all serious, but it feels like there is ulterior motives, okay? So that's what I can share there for you. Let's see what else we have going on. All right, I'm gonna scroll up here. I think I got your guys' donations questions. More orbs. Yeah, I was seeing some orbs earlier today. So if you guys have, some loved ones, they may very much be here saying hi to you guys. All right, let's see. Oh, see, did you see that? As we said, there may be some loved ones coming in to say hi to you guys. That's that exact same orb that has shown up like 3 times. So is there somebody here that wants to do you I do have my, see, this is I do have my, incense going, so I thought I seen something right here, but sometimes they can take a little bit of form. Is there a loved one that wants to come in? Can you show yourself? Interesting. All right. And for some reason, I feel like saying something about a rose bush. I don't know if that resonates to anyone, but if a rose bush means anything and you have a loved one, that could be for you. So let's see here. I'm going to scroll up and see what other messages we have. Okay, so Deborah, I feel like you had a question. I don't think I've looked at your question yet. You said you're taking your boss to court for some unfair dismissals. Would you give me some advice on this? Well, let's look at the momentum. Is it in your best and highest good? What can you share about advice or energy coming in for Deborah with taking your boss to court for unfair dismissals? What is the momentum and overall energy with this situation? Now, as always, you guys, when we're looking at tarot readings, nothing is ever set in stone, okay? But honestly, what I have for you, Deborah, is this is going to be more of a hassle and more draining for you than it is almost going to be worth it, okay? And I'm not saying that that outcome's set in stone, but my two of pentacles is really think about, is this something that is going to be worth your time, worth your effort? Because my outcome is that tower moment when it comes to kind of like a celebration here. So yes, you may absolutely get funded, but the page is like, was it really worth it? Or you not funded, but you may get a reward or a win at the end of this. But with the tension, with the stress, is it really worth the amount of money that you're going to actually receive or be awarded for this? So at the end of the day, my friend, I feel like just tune into your, like, you have this Queen of Cups, okay? You are intuitive. Really sit with yourself for a little bit and tune in to say, okay, is this really where I want to invest my energy at this time, right? Because you can take that energy and invest it in something that's going to make you so much more successful than trying to go after the situation, because it feels like, yes, there is a celebration, but it's going to be drawn out, it's going to be long, it's going to take some of your energy. And I feel like the reward at the end of it is like, oh, a little bit of a bummer, okay? It's like, yes, you get rewarded, but it's for like the effort that it takes, right? So, I mean, just go over that. I'm not saying absolutely to disconnect and not consider it, but just really tune in to see if you want to invest your energy in that avenue. Okay, my friend? All right. So let's see. Oh, harmonizing 11. You said your grandma had a rose bush in front of her house, and you said that right when I asked that question. Oh my goodness, that is so cool. I love getting you know what's kinda interesting? Like, getting so many orbs and energies, I've actually been thinking about, I wonder if I should come on and do some sort of, like, energy, like, I haven't done this, so doing like a I don't know if channeling would be the right word, but yeah, we can come in and see any spirits that wanna come in or any messages that wanna come out. But as I was, like, just tuning in with that, all I seen was a rose bush, and I felt like I needed to share that, so I can confirm, I feel like that's absolutely your grandma coming in to connect with you. So, wow. Let's see here. Now you said, can I do a reading on your 96-year-old grandma? Is she hanging off for a little while longer, or will she let go? Oh my goodness. Look at that. We have a beautiful energy. Okay, I just had my answer. It feels like, okay, I seen my, look at this. My Ace of Cups, which is also my Four of Wands, hanging on, and my four of wands, okay, or four of pentacles, sorry. So this is her hanging on. I feel like she really wants to just share so much, like she has so much love, I feel like, for you with this energy, and really just wants to be there and hang on as long as she can as well. So that wasn't a full tarot spread, but those three cards really spoke as like that Four of Pentacles is wanting to hang on and just, you know, be there, and when she's ready to transition, that will be her decision. But I still see her hanging on there. It looks like she has a lot of love and a lot of, like, even like drive and stamina to continue. Okay, my friend? That was so cool. I love that the rose bush resonated with you because there was this one orb that it is the exact same one that has shown up here for this reading today. And first it did, I'll have to go back and look at the recording, but it did a couple like zooms around here. And when my incense was, I think it was over here, it was forming. It almost looked like you could see something trying to form and come through. So again, if harmonizing one-on-one's grandma, if her energy is here tuning in, or a loved one tuning in for you, then come and say hi. Oh, I love it. All right. It's a lot of love anyway. I love that. Somehow I know I had a feeling Bree would do some energy work with past ones and it would be a success. Oh, thank you, Poppy Cave. Yeah, I think that would be an interesting one to come on one day, and maybe we can just see if there's any, anyone that wants to come through with loved ones, or maybe we can pull some oracles to see if there's any messages that come in. I think that would be a fun session for you guys. Let's see what else we have here. So we have, oh, Cinderella, new subscriber. Oh, well, thank you for coming and joining us on this journey. I mean, you guys make it worth it, right? You guys are fabulous. It's such a great group. And you guys fill my heart. I'm going to cry. So let's see. If you're still here, Cinderella, what are Stephen's intentions towards you? Let's take a look at that. Holy crow. Well, it's looking all good to me, girl. Okay, we have the Empress with the Nine of Cups, with the Lovers, you guys. This is a beautiful connection, a beautiful alignment. So I think that based off of this person sees you as, I mean, we could even go and say sees you as being just an Empress, like a wife material, like mother nurturing. I don't know what the scenario is with if you were interested in having children or something of that matter, but it feels like this is something that could absolutely be a potential long-term thing. Absolutely. I do have a lot of fertility here, especially with the Empress of the Sun. Look at that little baby on the horse's back. Overall, this is like a wish fulfillment. I have the King of Wands, which is somebody who is adventurous, somebody that is willing to invest and be there for the long run. Honestly, it looks really positive. So I'm not sure whereabouts you guys are on your connections, but if it hasn't taken off yet, there is that I'm ready to make that move energy, okay? So it looks really positive for you. And Stephen. All right. Thank you so much, Glamorous Lion. All right, what do we have going here, guys? Hello, Miss G from the UK. Yeah, I like what you said, Nastasia NLNL here. We have that message about, not going into the fear, or not investing your guys' energy with all the fear porn. Because what's interesting is a couple nights ago, I was, trying to go into meditation, and it's always those times where you are trying so hard to get something and nothing happens, right? But the one thing that I ended up falling asleep, because that's always my mistake. I try to meditate before bed and then I fall asleep and pass out. But I went into my state and it seemed like this big cloud of fog. It's a big cloud of confusion. My Seven of Cups came out, right? I wasn't doing tarot, but that was that energy, the Seven of Cups. And I thought, okay, this is my confusion. Like, let me look into this deeper. And when I zoomed out, it's almost like collectively, you guys, there was this big fog that was kind of over the collective. And I don't mean that in a bad way, but I think there's going to be lots of narratives being pushed for 2026. And it's going to cause people to get kind of confused. They're not going to know what's left, what's right, what's up, what's down, right? And it is going to push many people into saying, you know what? maybe I need to stop looking at politics for answers and I need to go within. So that's just a big message. I've said it before, but I'm going to keep saying it because, again, when you go into your presence, you go into that stillness, you guys, incredible things can truly happen and awareness can really come out. And you guys are going to start to notice those downloads, those intuitive hits, those abilities that come online. It's not that we don't have them or one person's more gifted than the other. It's just that they have tuned into, they have worked with their inner world, right? We all have this capability. So that's really beautiful. How's my kitty? She was here creating some havoc and she's fabulous. She's getting so much bigger, you guys. She is huge now. I mean, she's still a baby, but she's doing fabulous. We have a lot of the times I'm having to put her outside of the room when I'm doing readings because she just like does a full-on spider monkey and like cards are going everywhere and she's hitting the buttons and sending me emails and oh my goodness. She is a ball of fire, you guys. Ball of fire, but I love her. I guess that tortitudes are apparently a thing, and it makes sense because they're so sassy. They have so much attitude, you guys. She's into everything. Thank you for asking, though. I think she's sleeping now, but she finds a little spot underneath our bed, and she just hangs out there and has her little cat naps. All right. So, yeah, oops, I hit the button again. Did you hit the button again or did I hit a button? I know sometimes she will get on the computer and she hits buttons and changes frames. Oh my goodness. All right. So let me scrooge back up and see what else we have here. Oh, glamorous lion, you always see a big white orb too, hey. Yeah, are you guys seeing oh, owl, hawk owl spirit. I see your message. Okay, we'll do your message here. I don't know about you guys, but it's almost like I'm starting to see fragments or flashes of light on the corner of my eye. Usually they're blue. It's like a blue streak or something of that matter. So I don't know if you guys are experiencing that, but oh, okay, let's take a look for hawk owl spirit. Hawk owl. Owls are my, oh, it's over there. I have my little owl crystal. They're my guides. I have a good connection with the owls. What can you share, spirit? So you said you're wondering if you will have to replace your home's roof. You notice some cracks on the back wall and you just wanted to shovel off the stove. Will it be a super expensive repair? Oh boy, my friend. It can be. It can absolutely be an expensive repair for the roofs. But let's see, what is the integrity of your roof at this time when it comes to hawk owl spirit? What can you share? Are there any immediate red flags you need to focus on? Okay, I don't have necessarily anything immediate. I don't think it's something that you have to, rush out there and look at tomorrow, but it is creeping up there. I would say I have a lot of like 4 energy. So even over the next 4 months, I would maybe do some digging to look at some quotes and see if I could find, I don't want to say good deals because you guys sometimes going the cheap route's not always the best route, right? But this is, yes, I think at some point you're going to probably need to do some repairs, or you could even look at getting somebody in and quoting to do a specific repair on a part if there's some cracks. But it is going to cost a bit of a money, my friend. It will. But again, I don't get an immediate, okay? So as things stand right now, I would recommend that you just do a bit of digging with some quotes or some companies that have maybe a good reputation, that can, give you some ideas of what you'd be looking at, okay? I do think you will have to replace it at some point here, but again, nothing immediate. It's kind of moving more into the summer, honestly. So more of the summer, maybe getting some quotes over the spring and looking at the summer, or within on the longer frame within the next 4 years is a big green flag. Yes, I think this would have to be done in the next 4 years. Okay, but I would even if there's some cracks and stuff happening, I would take a look and see what kind of options you have, my friend. All right, so let's see. um oh, and the questions about your new home location. Okay, let me see your new home location. If you're moving from that home too, right? Let me see if I can find your question now. Okay, so there's the one about your roof. I can't find the actual question, my friend. Oh, we have Barb. Hello, my bestie Barb. Okay, let's see here. Hawk Owl Spirit. I'm not sure if you had, like, are you looking to move, or let me? I'm gonna get you to, if you could please rewrite your question, because all I see is your question is below harmonizing 111. I didn't see it. I don't know if questions get deleted or what happens, but okay, I see it. Oh no, that's Glamorous Lion. Sorry. Harmonizing, you have the same. All right, the only one I see, my friend, is the one about your roof. So in terms of that, I do think that is something that is going to be needed to, you will need to attend to at some point over the next little while. On the long frame, I mean, Four of Pentacles. Pentacles is a slower energy, so I would have some quotes come in just to see what you're looking at, and if you can extend it, you could probably maybe extend it to hopefully that 4-year mark. But it does look like it's something that's going to be needed to be done at some point in the near future. Okay, and I do think it will cost quite a bit, unfortunately. That's why it's a good idea to see if you can get some good quotes or some people that can be reliable. All right. So if you have another question, please let me know if you're planning on moving. I'm gonna scroll up here. Barb, you were saying that, yeah, you see a lot of different flashes of light at the corner of your eyes, blue being the predominant one, and you're starting to see, as you can only describe, pixels popping up as well. Yeah, see, that's interesting that you say that, Barb, because multiple times I've talked about this now, but multiple times it's like I've looked down or I'll look at a wall and it's almost like it's not solid. It's so bizarre, you guys. You can see it almost in either glitches or pixels. It's very, very interesting. So I think that's neat that you're also experiencing that. Okay, so I'm gonna scroll up here. Poppy Cave. Yes, I think that would be a lot of fun. All right, so I think we got most of them back at the top. Again, if I missed anybody's question, my apologies. I'm not intentionally trying to pass you guys. All right, I'm gonna go to Marizok. Again, sorry, I'm the worst at name pronouncing, you guys. Do I see gold going higher or staying around 5K? All right, let's do the momentum of gold. What can you share, Spirit, with? What's the momentum of gold moving forward? Past 5K. Let's ask that. Does gold have the potential to move past 5K? I think it has the potential to go up a bit more, yes. We have pretty good energies, but like right now it's really on that fence because it's like sitting on that fence. And I feel like there's current restrictions happening, but I do see an acceleration, okay? An acceleration, and we do have that beautiful gold coins energy, Six of Pentacles. I do think like we could even maybe five, maybe 6,000, right? We have that six energy. So all in all, yes, I do think it has potential to go past that mark, but maybe not immediately. It might be a little bit of time. I feel like there's some things happening beneath the surface that are adjusting, but overall, I do see a pretty high probability it could go up. Yes. Eight of Wands is that acceleration, guys. Acceleration. Yeah, look at that. It's like after it's being restricted or held down, there is new offers and new opportunities with gold, and it's potential to rise to the top with the sun. So yes, I love it, Mr. Golden Sun, right? All right. Oh, Hawk Owl Spirit, I answered. Okay, I'm so happy I was able to provide a bit of a perspective for you. You guys are so sweet. Um, oh, we have Marsha too. You guys are all coming in. I love you guys. All right. I think I missed your question. Joanna, let me scroll up. Oh, you're looking to see if we could do a general read. All right. Again, the generals are always sometimes a bit more general. But what can you share, Spirit, for our lovely friend today? General reading, and that is for Joanna. All right. So if there's been a lot of, okay, if you have been kind of confused about a certain direction that you're moving, it's going to become a lot more clear for you. Okay. There's a lot here in relations to like just beautiful Empress energy that could relate to children. It could relate to, we have justice here. Sometimes justice is court energy, right? The law, the legal system, the justice system, but it's also a card of like looking at the balancing the scales. So I feel like as you move forward too, there is opportunities coming in from potentially people from the past that you've known, like acquaintances or something to do with you moving to a new chapter here, because you're moving away from anything that is not clear. So if 2025 you've been unclear about a direction of where you're headed, there is clarity coming in here. Okay. Now I'd have to get a little bit more information of like trying to dig into specifics, but I do have a lot here about like children or fertility coming out as well. So let me know if that resonates, but just let me pull a oracle. What final oracle when it comes to general energy as you move forward through 2026, or more specifically, captured. We have captured and we have wisdom as well. So I feel like this could go in a couple different directions, my friend. And that's why I always love to see if I can get a little bit more than just a general reading. But when it comes to this, you are going to be like, there is guidance coming in with you moving forward. And if there's been a heavy burden on your shoulders, that heavy burden feels like it's going to be a lot lighter, especially within the next 6 months. Okay. There's a lot of six energy. So as you move into the summer, there's rebalancing of the scales that's happening here. Okay. So let me know if that resonates, or if there was anything specific that you wanted to dive into. All right, so let's see. We'll see if we can do a few more here, you guys, before we wrap up. Lady T, crystal ball. Can I see what your next job will be? Do you have, well, okay, we can see what comes up here. I do have also my clear quartz ball here, so we'll see what energy wants to come out. What can you share, Spirit, for Lady T when it comes to your next career, your next job, your next momentum? Lady T. Feels like okay, it's kind of interesting because there's like a circle, like this circle that is forming with also like almost like a mountain structure, okay? And this mountain structure feels very secure, very protected. And I even have, which is interesting enough, this temperance energy. So I don't know if you are like, are you currently job searching right now, Lady T? Because this is you being curious, I feel like, about something that is not your normal go-to. And this is not something that is you working in extreme chaotic environment. This is very much blending your skills, blending your roles into something that is almost like I keep getting like humanitarian energy, to be honest. It's almost like looking at like a liaison, a support worker, something to do with healing, with wellness, with coaching. This is that balancing of the scales, but it's a temperance, it's the integration with the temperance, it's the Sagittarius energy as well. So I feel like roles that mix people and a process coming together, but it feels like this is a gradual, there's nothing abrupt, there's like a really intuitive, like you're being guided into the specific direction, if that makes sense, okay? Because we have the hermit and we have also the lovers. There's something about alignments coming in and you helping people navigate those situations. So overall, it's not giving me like a specific like job title, but it feels like this is something you moving into like a balanced position where you're not in this like fight or flight or like, oh my gosh, I have to get up and go to this chaotic work environment. It's one that feels very much in rhythm. And there's a lot coming out about like nature as well. So this could be even you looking into like studying, right? It's a tiny houses construction train. Oh, for the homeless. Okay. Because that's what it feels. Actually, this is really cool. I thank you for sharing that as well. Because when I look at this, like we have this protection, we have this containment, and we have all these homes in the background and you're coming together to help people that maybe don't have a home. This is being out in the dark, right? And you have them coming together with like a collaboration. So to me it feels like a exactly like a not your typical I'm going to work energy. It feels like it's more of you building something and it's not a fast rushed energy, but it feels like that humanitarian project or the project where you're being of service, right? So you're like the guardian angel to these people's to certain people's like prayers to the your answers or questions to your prayers or it's know what I mean. I got distracted because I seen this orb shoot up as well. So anyway, overall, my friend, I feel like you're headed in that right direction, Lady T, and I love the momentum that you're going. And thank you for sharing that. So, construction trade training, tiny homes, I love that. It looks like it's going to be really supportive. So, let me just pull a couple on the momentum of that project because the temperance is to have some patience with that as well because it's not a fast energy. What's the momentum for Lady T with that project? But I'm seeing like, yeah, look at a transformation. There's a little bit of like delays that go along with it. But again, what you're doing is going to become a victory. And I feel like it's going to be really helping a lot of people as well. Right? Look at that. You're really helping bring people out of this state and you're putting them into this like beautiful sovereign state. You're creating something. I'm hearing like just not oh, what's the term? There's a term I'm looking for, but it's not coming to me. But what I can say, it's not a rush process. So continue to move forward with this project, and it feels like it will gain some momentum for you. Okay, a few delays, my Page of Swords, but it will gain some momentum. I feel like even over the next 6 months, because I'm seeing like this spiral, this circle in the crystal ball, and around it is just like this sturdy mountain. And I feel like this is you really having that anchoring in your visions into this reality, and it's going to be very successful. Okay, so much love to you. I hope you have a wonderful time working on that project. There's that six again. There's something about over the next 6 months for you. Okay. All right, you guys. So I'm going to wrap up. I'll take that other question. We have glamorous lion. You don't want to be in a wheelchair. All right, let's see. Sorry, love. I don't know what your question specifically is, though. Is it like, what can you do to get yourself out of the wheelchair? Let me see. Lady T. Thank you, lovely lady. Okay, let's see. What do we have? What message do we have for our lovely glamorous lioness? So, okay, so you're disabled. What's the momentum? And sorry, what's your question, glamorous lioness? They aren't helping me or operating. Oh, okay. So, are you curious of when we were talking about looking at technologies coming out with you gaining some form of like mobility? Will you be in a wheelchair? So currently, right? Okay, let me see here. So currently, you're not in a wheelchair, but there's some situations happening and they're not helping you. So you're looking to see if you're gonna have to end up in a wheelchair due to this being disabled. Okay, let me see. What is the momentum? What we have for glamorous lioness? What do we have about the current momentum for your current situation, the lovers? You know what, lovely lady? Like there is, I know right now we have that being in the dark, right? With these certain maybe governments, institutions, maybe not assisting with getting maybe a certain help moving forward. Okay, so you're not in a wheelchair, but your spine is collapsing and they're just leaving you and your whole body is gone. I do see help coming in other manners, though. I really do. Now, I will say the chariot sometimes is my like external movement as well. And we could look at this like as that energy of, the wheelchair, kind of positioning yourself in the wheelchair. But you can see this charioteer as well. Her spine is straight. She's very much directing her will, directing her momentum moving forward. And again, not medical advice. Maybe we can chat a little bit more, lovely lady, just in person as well, or I'll do like a recording for you, I think, because you know what I'm gonna do? Do you want to send me your email? Do you see that? There's a spirit there. You know what I'm gonna do? Can you send me your email address or send me an email? And you don't have to purchase a reading. I'm not trying to like bait you into getting a reading here, but send me your email and I want to do a personal video for you, okay? Because there is, yes, I see this being in the dark, and we do have a bit of, I want to say, the possibility of that wheelchair moment, like that wheelchair becoming a reality, but I don't feel like it has to be 100%. I feel like you actually will, there is a potential of you receiving some form of assistance with moving forward with this journey anyway, okay? So what I'll say is, like, if you want to send me an email, I'll see if I can do a bit of a pre-recorded video and I'll send that off to you. And we can kind of talk about that a little bit more, okay? But it's not all doom and gloom, my friend. I have to say this is like momentum moving forward. We have that sun, and I don't mean to just I don't mean to just say, "Hey, everyone's going to be healed," like wave a fairy wand, right? But I do think that collectively as well, Mother Earth, these solar energies, the rays, our DNA, there are massive shifts that are happening, and I do think that there's going to be a lot of like healing that has the potential to take place, but that doesn't mean that you don't take responsibility with choosing to move forward on your journey as well, if that makes sense. Okay. If you just make yourself a victim and say, well, I guess it is what it is, right? And, I really think that we can learn a lot of experiences, even if that is about, let's say, you having to be in a wheelchair, right? There's a lot to learn and a lot you can decide to move forward with that experience, okay? But anyway, with that being said, lovely lady, send me off an email, and I'm more than happy to do a little pre-recorded session for you and email it over, okay? But with that being said, you guys, I am going to wrap up for today. I want to say thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for coming to hang out with me. I always love to see all the messages that come in and your guys' questions. And yeah, I mean, if you guys have any topics or anything you guys want me to focus on or do tarot readings on, please do send me off an email and I'll do some videos for you guys. On a side note, if you do want to join on my website, readingswithbrand.com, you can subscribe to my mailing list, and I'm going to be doing a draw every month for a free reading as well. So I'll be planning to do the draw at the end of each month. And then I'll be emailing that person as well. So with that being said, I love you guys. If you guys are interested, and on a side note, if you guys are interested in a personal reading for the month of January, I do have my one-on-one Zooms on sale, which I never do. So you guys can check that out, Readings with Breanne, if interested. But we'll be back for some more free tarot readings on here as well. I love you guys. I hope you guys have a magical rest of your week or weekend, I guess I should say. And until next time, bye for now, lovely souls.